freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. The only way they can inherit the freedom we have known is if we fight for it, protect it, defend it, and then hand it to them with the well-taught lessons of how they in their lifetime must do the same. And if you and I don't do this, then you and I may well spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it once was like in America when men were free.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 442 of Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. We are brought to you by azfirearmsauctions.com, where you set the price on guns, ammo, and accessories. I am one of your hosts, Cheryl Todd.
And I'm the other guy, Dan Todd. Our theme today is Igniting Excellence. Our guest today is Sonny Leggett. Retired U.S. Army Colonel Sonny Leggett is the Chief Communications Officer of the PrairieFire in Nevada, which is a 550-acre campus developed as a premier destination for people who enjoy shooting worldwide.
Welcome to the show, Sonny.
Thank you, Cheryl and Dan. Great to be with you.
And thank you for your service to our nation.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So PrairieFire, I had a chance to go and experience it at least a little bit during the last year's SHOT Show in January. And it was rainy, it was cold, it was muddy, it was all the things, but it was awesome. And one of the things that made it so awesome is the team that you all have assembled out there. But for folks that are not familiar with PrairieFire, could you kind of just talk to us about where it is, what it is, and the name itself kind of has an intriguing story.
Yeah. First off, thanks. It's great to be on your show and appreciate your time. PrairieFire, drawing from over 200 years of special operations leadership experience, as well as Olympic experience in competitive shooting, is a magnificent destination just 45 minutes outside of Las Vegas. Beautiful valley surrounded by mountain peaks, which provides unique special operations inspired challenges for our members and guests. Full of fun, full of smiles, but more importantly, it elevates the bonds of friendship, the power of teamwork, the discovery of leadership, and the strength of extreme trust, which is the foundation of American ideals. It's really an our unparalleled expertise behind PrairieFire's leadership team is just incredible. From leaders of special operations communities to the Olympic and competitive shooters, we're building a team that's really just dedicated to enriching the shooting community.
Well, it's, as we said, 550 acres. So I'm sure I only saw a tiny portion of it, but it was very clever the way that y'all had set up the day so that I was doing a 5K, and I'm going to say doing rather than running because I'm not a runner. I'm a fast walker, but your course kind of allowed me to get a sense of all of the different areas. And you have, what do you have? Like Gunslinger Canyon. Like you've got some really cool little vignettes, shall we say, out there.
That's right. I mean, it's magnificent terrain. You talk about the canyons and the valleys and the wadis. Again, 550 acres, nestled in the valley, surrounded by mountain peaks, absolutely majestic. And what we've been able to do is take these special operations inspired challenges and create unique shooting challenges that really work in the topography, the valleys, the canyons. As you run through Gunslinger Canyon, you probably saw the array of targets along the valley wall and along the mountain wall. You won't find that anywhere else.
No, it was incredible. And I also noticed that you have like a little fire pit. That's what I was really focusing on, and you've used even like the metal targets as you've fashioned them into seats. And as I'm out there and I'm doing my little 5K, I'm like, oh, wouldn't I love to just go sit and have a little moment at the at the fire pit. So you know my level of intensity with training, if what I really remember was that you have a fire pit set up.
Well, Cheryl, the great thing is that, Prairie Fire has something for all levels of shooter.
Yes.
So whether you want to come out and really push yourself to the extremes and run a 5K or run gunslinger challenges and through the canyon, you can go at your own pace, or you can, depending on your skill level, we can tailor that activity to ensure that it's done safely and properly, but still a heck of a lot of fun, super rewarding. You will learn, you will grow, you will have fun. At the end of the day, you will have had the best shooting day of your life.
It really is an
So,
incredible facility.
I drove all around that facility. The campus was beautiful, and I saw things I thought I'd never see before. And I was exhausted by the time I got through.
I'm 5K'ing. He's driving. So yeah.
No, but it was
Thanks
beautiful.
for pointing that out.
And from the restrooms, everything's clean.
Mhm.
Even though it was raining, it was a little muddy, but it was just perfect. And what a great place. And
Club
you're right,
run.
that area, I've been going to Vegas all my life. I have never seen such beauty. The mountains are just perfect out there.
So what about for people that are saying, I've been to a range near Vegas before, but it had a different name. What can you tie those two things together for us?
Yeah, so our ownership was able to acquire the previous organization out of bankruptcy in December of 2022. We officially became Prairie Fire in 2023. We had our grand opening in September of 2023. So we've been open since January, but our official opening was in September. So we're about 10 months into this now, and really starting to hit our stride. If you go to our website, you'll see the courses and the experiences now laid out, and we'll talk more about that. But we did retain a lot of the previous company staff, because they were incredible individuals, very, very good coaches, and so we've been fortunate to keep them, and then to that, add just our incredible leadership team from General Scott Miller, our chairman, who we can talk about his resume and his background as a special operations commander throughout the formations, through all levels. Commanded Joint Special Operations, was the ground force commander in Mogadishu for Task Force Ranger, and what was eventually chronicled in the movie Black Hawk Down. Just an amazing leader, very inspirational leader. Our CEO, Mark O'Neill, also a Major General Army retired, who also commanded through the Army Special Operations formations, some of the most elite units. Mark is incredibly passionate about transferring those skills that he learned while he was in the military to individuals who want to learn how to join the shooting community. And so, from there on down, we've assembled just an incredible leadership team that really is passionate about inspiring the community, building a community of individuals with shared ideals who are passionate about being outdoors, the American values, and our why is quite simple: for love of America.
Well, it was a beautiful experience to be out there and to meet. I definitely met General Scott Miller, and I didn't realize who he was when I met him, because he didn't carry himself, sometimes, when you're a celebrity of some sort, or even, sometimes when you have that military stance, people feel like, oh, this is going to be intimidating. And nothing of the sort was what I experienced. I experienced service forward, service minded, friendly people who just wanted, as you said, to empower everyone out there to have the best shooting day of their life. And I think that can't be overstated, that there's nothing intimidating. I mean, this is state of the art, world class, everything, but there's nothing intimidating out there. And, I've been shooting to some degree my whole life, but I am certainly not, I'm not a competitive shooter. I'm not at the top of my game. And, it can be somewhat intimidating when you're around people who are Olympic level, or, have these careers like General Scott Miller. But when they approach you with just how can I help you? How can I, serve you today? And that is what I experienced. It's just smiles all around.
No, absolutely. And that, it starts at the leadership, but it goes all the way throughout the team that we've been able to build here at Prairie Fire. Again, we're passionate about empowering, teaching, coaching, mentoring, transferring, and it's not just one way. I mean, we grow from individuals' growth, from that shared knowledge, that shared experience. We've brought a lot of what you traditionally find as so captivating and empowering from the military formations into a community, demilitary. It's not military at all, but the best parts of it, the friendship,
Yes.
the camaraderie,
Yes.
we've brought that forward into Prairie Fire, and that's the essence of the community that we're really trying to build.
So tell me about the name Prairie Fire. Where did that come from?
That's great. Whenever I started with the company, I immediately thought it was probably the old Mac V SOG special operations that they ran in Vietnam as an inspiration. And we finally sat down and said, okay, where did this come from? And it's actually from the 40th president, Ronald Reagan, when he was running for president as the governor of California, and later throughout his tenure as president, he stated many times that we need to start a prairie fire that captures the intensity and the devotion of freedom and the strength of our commitments to the American ideals. And if we can capture that and pull it all together and spread it like a prairie fire, then this country will continue to be strong.
We kind of like President Ronald Reagan around here, as you know. His voice and a speech he gave is our opener for our show, talking about how freedom is actually now less than one generation away from extinction. And to instill these kinds of values that you were instilling out at Prairie Fire, I think are the things that are going to continue to protect our freedoms, because people will feel it from the inside. They will have experienced it from the inside.
So
So
Sonny,
I love that.
so if, how does the general public, can they just come and shoot? Like if I go to Vegas and I want to visit and come by and shoot, can I do that? Or do you have to be a
Absolutely.
member?
Absolutely, Dan. So you can come as a non-member, or you can join and enjoy the benefits of our membership program, which gives you significant discounts on your courses, your experiences. But if you just want to come out and shoot, you can take a course, you can shoot open range, you can sign up for an experience. All of that's available on our website, and we'd love to have you come out. And if nothing else, come out and see the campus. And we call it a campus because we are invested in learning and in teaching and in growing. So it really is a place of growth. So that's the reason why we call it a campus. But come out, see the campus, experience it, and I can promise you that you won't want to leave here having not done any of the experiences.
So true. And do you call it a clubhouse? Because it was a pretty large facility. It looks like you could hold a very nice event in there with the big screen TVs and the comfortable chairs. And even that is so well appointed and thought out.
Yeah, so we do have the clubhouse currently that you're talking about, and we can hold several hundred within that. Excuse me, in kind of a large audience setting. But excuse me, we're actually going to be breaking ground on a clubhouse in August of this summer, 50,000 square foot clubhouse.
Wow.
That is going to be absolutely state of the art. So you're talking about professional gunsmith, gun shop, pro shop. We'll have 2 restaurants that are going to be
Wow.
inside the clubhouse. We'll have a members only section. We'll have a virtual reality shooting facility inside the clubhouse. And again, it'll take us about 2 years to build. We're planning to break ground sometime around August of this summer. We'll announce that when it's coming. But we're excited to get that underway because it will match just the magnificent terrain and the campus that we're building. We're building something special here.
So can a person come there and shoot that doesn't have a gun? Can they rent a gun or ammunition, those things too?
Absolutely. You absolutely don't need anything other than your identification and come out and be able to sign up for a course. For those that don't have their own personal firearms, we can supply those for them. If you want to do an experience that maybe you don't have a personal or a pistol caliber carbine, or you don't have a shotgun, or you don't have a long range rifle, we have those available as well for rent. Maybe you're in the market and you want to try out something different. You've got one platform of pistol, but you're thinking about purchasing another manufacturer. That's great. Come out and try that out. See what best fits your skills, your needs. Give it a test run before you go and make that purchase.
Well, I did my first obstacle run, not a run, but where we shot different targets while you're moving. And I had never done that before. And that was really exciting. And the people there that showed me how to do it were very easy with me and made me feel comfortable when I did it. And it was so fun. I think I outshot my wife.
Like, I'm going to admit that with the cameras rolling. I'm not sure I'm admitting that. Moving right along to our next question. Prairie Fire does support a variety of nonprofits. The day that I came out, Wounded Warrior Project was being very prominently featured, and it just seemed like such a perfect, pairing. But what are some of the fundraising events that you have held, and what do you have coming up?
Thank you for that. And Prairie Fire is proud to support our partners and organizations that are giving back to the community. You mentioned the Wounded Warrior Project. That was our beneficiary and our co-sponsor for our 5K that we did during Beyond the Berm. We also partnered with Shields and Stripes, and in fact, we've done several with them in the past. We'll have one coming up, Memorial Day 5K. If you want to come out and walk that 5K, we'd love to have you on May the 27th.
That sounds awesome.
To really support, we look at those organizations that are really looking to support not just military, but first responders, and all those who continue to give back to the community. Just recently, we held an event with USCCA to come out here to bring gun owners out here to become familiar with the campus. And in fact, we were able to co-sponsor an event for individuals that were previously survivors of domestic violence, so that they could come out and take the class to get their CCW permit. So we're proud to sponsor and partner with these organizations who, again, embrace the very fabric of American ideals, and we're proud to continue to partner with them and work with them.
That is phenomenal. So I titled this episode "Igniting Excellence," tying into, of course, Prairie Fire and the fact that you do have such a level of excellence among your staff out there, your team, but also because you, very not typical of shooting complexes, have a program called or about leadership, learning, and development. And I just wondered if you could explain what those are, and really, how does something like that make its way into, we're just a place to come and throw some lead down range. How have you meshed those things together?
Yeah, Cheryl. So, like we talked about, Prairie Fire is a campus, and that passion for sharing knowledge and life lessons that we've built over our careers, both in the military and civilian organizations, Olympic shooters, is something that we're passionate about that goes beyond guns. And so when we talk about go back to another president, John F. Kennedy, our 35th president, he said leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. And so when we talk about the fact that we are a campus and that we really want to embrace learning and growing, Prairie Fire's Learning and Develop program will help companies build sustainable, agile, winning teams, that thrive in both the hard times and the good. It's easy to sit back when times are good and say, that's great, we're doing awesome. But what are you doing today to prepare your team for the next set of challenges? And Prairie Fire has a leadership and development offering for executive offsites, on-sites to come in and really look at a couple of core modules from Communications Matters, where we really look at experiences that work throughout the communication throughout organizations, teaching teams to communicate within and collaborate. How do you communicate up and down throughout your organization? Optimizing performance. Lanny Barnes is an incredible coach, athlete who's really kind of taken how to become an Olympian in life. And that's kind of a play on Chris Crowley and Henry Lodge's idea of younger next year. We talk about a Prairie Fire beyond the gun. We're talking about growth that happens beyond the range. We don't want to be transactional. We want to be transformational in our growth. We also offer modules in building the team. Or extreme trust. When you talk about extreme trust, General Scott Miller has got a great vignette that he teaches on what does that really mean when you're in a firefight in Mogadishu, when lives are on the line. What does that extreme trust mean that you build throughout your organization? And then obviously analyzing risk. When we talk about companies today, how do we analyze risk? How have we analyzed it in the past? How do we do it today? And what are companies doing? So this is a unique offering that Prairie Fire really, from our leadership team and our experience and expertise, is able to pull together and really make an incredible offering.
That's fantastic. I'm just looking at the beautiful website as you're talking. And so for those kinds of opportunities, is that under the executive development tab?
It is. It is. So if you go there under our executive development tab, you can choose any of those offerings, and we can tailor those to any level of experience, desire. What are your challenges? We can develop an experience or a class that meets you where you are. It doesn't have to involve shooting. We also have the ropes and rappel course out here. So maybe you want to come out, you want to be outdoor. We find that teams often grow whenever they're challenged to get together. Those common shared bonds of challenge and exertion really strengthen a team. And so we can build any of those in there.
Phenomenal. That is something that I have a passion for. My degrees are in, psychology and organizational leadership. And so I am always hungry for, knowledge from people that are operating at their highest levels. And you mentioned Lanny Barnes. She's been a personal friend for years. And again, somebody that you would think the minute she walks in the room, you're going to feel off of her about, oh, how amazing she is. And she is the most humble, servant-minded, servant-hearted person I know, and I just love her. So the fact that she is part of your repertoire of leaders out there speaks volumes.
Yeah, she's you mentioned it, she's an incredible person. She's probably one of the best shooters I've ever had the opportunity to meet, both in my military and otherwise. 3-time Olympic biathlete, 7-time world champion. I think it's 25 national championships. Just an incredible shooter, but an even more amazing person who is so giving of her time, of her talent, and is passionate about empowering individuals and transferring that knowledge.
It's wonderful.
Well,
She's wonderful.
Sonny, I'm looking here. I see all kinds of cool stuff. There's an archery tournament, rappel master course. Do you actually shoot a gun while you're doing the master course, that rappel thing?
No, there's no shooting involved in any of our rappel courses at the moment.
Okay. And then I see you have a monthly coming up as a monthly cosmic night shoot. That should be interesting.
Yeah, so part of our offerings and our gunslinger challenges is we have the 5 stand. That fire pit that you ran by is outside the 5 stand. And so what we do is we take 5 stand, which is an incredibly intimate setting for shooting shotguns, where you can put 5 different people there shooting different targets. But we do that at night as well. And so that's the cosmic night. And so turn on the black lights, and those orange and green clays glow off the black light. It's a heck of a lot of fun. It's incredible camaraderie. I find it to be easier to actually shoot it at night. I think you can acquire the clay a lot easier on the background when it's dark and it glows. But some people find it more challenging. But it's a heck of a lot of fun.
I'm going to have to come back to Vegas. Do you have long range shooting?
We do. So so we've talked about the fact that we have both experiences and then we have courses. So if you want to come out and just shoot the long range as an experience, you can do that. And that means you come out, we've already got your firearm ready. We've got our coaches on the platform. They've already calculated the environmentals, and you get to learn how to take that shot. It's about a 4-hour experience to shoot long range, and we can shoot up to a mile. We have a mile here on campus that you can shoot. We shoot the Lapua 338 as our platform. But we also offer for the training aspect of it. So you want to learn how to do it on your own. How do I calculate dope? What is MOA? Your minute of angle. How do I actually do all this myself? Because I want to learn. We actually offer 2 and 4 day courses so that you can come out and go through the training aspect and learn how to use your Kestrel to get your wind and all the other aspects of it. So yes, you can take a course, or if you just want to check a bucket list item off your list, sign up for the experience and come out and shoot a mile and hit the goal.
Well, I did that 338 Lapua 1 mile shoot. I shot one time and I hit the target a mile away, and I did it because of the people that were guiding me.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to learn that, because that is awesome to be able to shoot a target a mile away. You can't even hardly see the target, but it was the guys that were helping. It was a super windy day and it was amazing. And we had a guy that was a sniper in the military that shot after I did, and he missed it. He missed it. But I think he was, so it's really fun. I have to come back. We have to go back.
I think he was just trying to make you feel good, babe. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we'd love to have you out. And Dan, you mentioned it. It's a testament to the coaches, and they're passionate about transferring that knowledge that they've acquired over many decades of competitive shooting to our guests, to our members. Like you said, how do you calculate the drift in a 14-mile-an-hour wind?
Right.
That doesn't just happen. You actually have to know a little bit to be able to do that. And our coaches, like you said, if you want to come out and do the experience and you don't want to get tied up in the technical and you just want to check it off, we can facilitate that. But if you really want to learn how to do it and learn from some of the best in the world, PrairieFire coaching staff is here to make that happen.
That is awesome.
So incredible. Well, I am excited to come back out again. And, we're always in Vegas over SHOT Show. So that's kind of like a natural time for me to head out there. And, I have the ability to, bring my own firearm because, we have reciprocity between the states, but there's a lot of people that fly in from other countries even. So I love the idea that you can just show up and still have an amazing day because you all have the equipment and you have the trainers and you have everything squared away for all of us to just, show up and have fun and go back and tell the world about this incredible facility.
Yeah, and if you flew into Las Vegas and you didn't grab a rental car, reach out to us on the website as well, because we have Sprinter vans that we can actually accommodate your travel and your transportation to and from your hotel or your casino, wherever you're staying in Las Vegas. So we are really passionate about the shooting aspect, the teaching aspect, but we also are accommodating to make sure that you can get out here and just have the best day of shooting of your life.
I love it. Well, Sonny Leggett, thank you so much for, again, your service to our nation and your continued service to our American ideals through the work that you're doing now. I just love it. Tell folks, again, how they can find your website, follow you on social media, and really get involved in all that you have to offer out at PrairieFire.
Absolutely. So PrairieFire.com. If you Google it, or you type that in, you'll be able to find it. Our socials are on there, but it's also PrairieFire Nevada on Instagram, PrairieFire Nevada on YouTube. Come check us out. We'd love to have you out here and take a tour. And Cheryl and Dan, look forward to seeing you both specifically for Beyond the Berm in January on the 19th. But also in between then, we'd love to have you out.
Fantastic. We will certainly try to get out there. And just before we go, if you're a nonprofit and you're looking for a partnership, a place to go and hold an event, I assume that maybe you would be the contact for that as well?
Absolutely. Reach out to us either through social or on our platforms. Our contact information's on there. We certainly would entertain any of those that have shared values, that want to give back to the community, that are passionate about American ideals. We'd welcome the opportunity.
Love it. Thank you again so much. We will see you soon.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. You
Bye-bye.
too.
Yes, we are going to see him soon because we are going to go to that monthly cosmic night shoot.
How fun.
Oh, we have to do that. So as soon as they have that up and going, we need to make a plan to go to Vegas.
I love it. Right
So-
now it just says learn more, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to be posting dates. And we're sitting in the studio. I usually orient us in time. Today is May 7th, 2024. This show will air on May 20th, 2024, just to kind of orient folks if they're watching this, years from now, to come back and be able to know what we're talking about. But that cosmic night shoot sounds awesome. I love that they partner with nonprofits to help them do their work. And again, the whole idea of the American ideals and the American values that permeate everything that you do out at Prairie Fire. It's really a very special and unique experience that is more than just a shooting range, as we've said. I want to take some of their leadership courses. And
Oh,
their
I know you
development
do. I knew that as
courses.
soon as that come
You
up.
see my eyes start.
So tell me though, Cheryl, so let's say I went to Prairie Fire
Mhm.
and I took my handgun and it was hot outside and my hands were sweaty. What would I do with that?
Oh, I like how you did that.
What would I do?
Well, our good friends have developed Locked In Grip.
Oh,
It is a liquid shooting sports chalk that gives you a no slip, better traction, and heightened connection to your firearm for safer, faster shooting. It is lockedingrip.com. It is created for shooters by shooters, and I would definitely recommend that you check them out and maybe grab a couple of units of that for yourself and your favorite shooting friend that you like to go out on the range with.
would that work if I was left-handed?
I believe it would.
It would.
I think so. Why specifically left-handed?
I don't know. I'm right-handed, but I just was curious. Does it work with both left and right-handed people?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Well, then anyone could use it. then.
Anyone. You are correct, sir. And then also we like to call attention to anybody who, we're very American focused on this show, right? We're just talking about Prairie Fire being, having American values. And I would like to invite you to join a private invitation only, and this is your invitation, shopping club that is helping our family and millions of others to cut the cord on huge corporations. When we spend our money at these big box stores and these big online stores, many of these corporations use our own money to diminish our freedoms and our individual liberties. And when you join this private invitation shopping club, you will be supporting American jobs on American soil, making American-made products. And from shampoo to laundry soap.
Can I
to-
tell you about the shampoo and the stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you about the shaving cream
Okay.
because I am serious when I tell you that I look forward to shaving. This shaving cream, it doesn't have a mint or anything like that, but it just feels good when you shave with it. And I absolutely look forward to it.
I'm telling you,
And
it's
then
that
it's weird because
American-made magic.
I didn't think that, I thought for a while, now this isn't going to work, but it really is good products. And I challenge anybody that likes meat to say that their steaks are not good because they are fantastic. We've never had a bad one.
Well, you went from shaving cream to
Well,
steaks.
S&S.
It's true.
Shaving cream and steaks.
And they
which
do.
is more
It's
important.
hamburger and it's steaks and it's roast from Riverbend Ranch, which is part of this shopping club. Delicious. They're hormone-free steaks. It's really wonderful. And you can go and, create your order in real time. Or what I do is I set it and forget it because I've got a busy life, busy things. I set that order and forget it. And guess what? Shows up at my front door. Could not be any easier than that. So if you just go to patriothousehold.com/GFR for Gun Freedom Radio, that will get you signed up. It will indicate that you have been invited by Gun Freedom Radio, and it gives us a very small piece of every dollar you spend to help fuel the work we do. It also helps fuel the work that Second Amendment Foundation does. They get a small piece of every dollar you spend to continue to fight these lawsuits all across the nation against states and organizations that are infringing on our Second Amendment rights. So, patriothousehold.com/GFR. All right, very good. And I want to thank our awesome guest again, Sonny Leggett of PrairieFire. Awesome guy with an awesome team out there. Thank you so much to all of our viewers and listeners. Wherever there is internet, we have people who watch this show and tune into this show because they are hungry for the information that our subject matter experts bring. And when you want to watch one of our videos or rewatch this show, please find it at YouTube or at Gunstreamer or the OpsLens smartphone app. And when you go there, please click the notification and the subscription buttons because it tells those platforms that this is content you value. And it gives us a little hedge against that cancel culture. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing. Your time is your most finite resource. And when you spend it with us, we want you to know we appreciate that and we value that. If you want to listen to the audio only version, because maybe you're out on a long bike ride or you're heading out to the range, right? Then you go to our website, gunfreedomradio.com, click the on demand tab, and
binge listens to your heart's content. Darling.
Wow, you sounded really serious that time. If you want to see photos and bios and links to all of the works that all of our guests have produced, please click the guest tab. It is a growing resource of subject matter experts. And when you spend time there, we don't hate that. All right. Until next time,
We're going to pray for our nation.
we're going to pray for our leaders. And how about the ones you don't like, Dan?
Yeah, I'll pray for them today.
Would you?
Yeah, going to do it.
Please.
I'm
Even the
gonna
ones
do
you
it.
don't like.
It's going to be a challenge.
Maybe especially the ones you
Yeah,
don't like.
Be a challenge.
I love it. Okay, until next time, be good to each other. Have a great week and God bless.
Bye-bye.